I saw Ludwig attempt to start a brand new Twitch channel from the ground up, and that inspired me. Why don't I do the same thing? Except I don't have a massive following, and I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. So let's turn to some of the streaming experts out there and see what advice they have for us.
You cannot grow on Twitch from nothing.
Do whatever it takes to even have one person watching.
The only true advice, and that is to not stream on Twitch.
The big takeaway is the platform is terrible about self-promotion. So you need these little guys, aka viewers, to even have a fighting chance of being seen on the front page of everything. Or you need a different platform's audience to transition over to Twitch so you can, you know, have a platform and an audience. So you need an audience to have an audience. So we're going to circumvent this with a view bot. Will I get banned? Probably. Why are we using a view bot? Well, unlike YouTube, where I have a bunch of analytics that I can look through to gauge how well I'm doing, Twitch has none of this. The only way for me to gauge how well I'm doing is by seeing if people stick around to my stream. But if I can't get people to stick around my stream, then I don't know how well I'm doing. So the view bot is how I circumvent this by getting people to click on the stream through just having a higher view count number in my category. This lets me gauge if a stream was good or bad, and this will also let me know if I should pivot from what I'm doing instead of just doing the same thing and trying to be brutally consistent and changing absolutely nothing. And you may be wondering, Evan, what game could you play? Well, Overwatch, you know, the game that just dropped
the 2 and continuing
from their name, just released a massive season 1 whole rehaul update. And as someone who's been top 500 in that game, I figured it'd be a good game to start with, right? Right? Well, little did I know, I had to compete. I had to compete with so many big content creators. So I had to think of something to set myself out. So I hosted a massive pugs match at my college, and I thought, wow, this is the perfect thing. A bunch of voices, characters, personalities. Why don't we take a look at how that went? Hello, is this thing on? No, Evan, this thing isn't on. You spent the entire time with all of your Discord muted, so you sound like a crazy person talking to yourself. Okay, so let's talk about how the streams actually went. Specifically, the one I just showed you. Well, being that my audio was messed up, it didn't look like a lot of people ended up sticking around. If we end up looking at the data, I had about 127 unique viewers out of the 208 viewers I had from going live. I had about 9 real viewers. I would say I had about 108 different viewers. That doesn't mean they stuck around or interacted or did anything. To be honest, 0 people chatted on this stream, which is unfortunate. So I'd had 2 other Overwatch streams, and looking at those, they followed similar trends. One of them did very good, but it was on the day of the massive Overwatch 2 update. I don't think that one counts as much. So we needed to change some things up. I still think gaming is one of the easiest entry-level ways to start streaming. So let me think of another game with another big update that's coming out. Rainbow Six Siege. Now, this game may not be as popular as Overwatch, but we're going to be using that to our advantage because that means we can be at the top of the R6 category, which we literally were. We were number 4. That's really sick. And it was thanks to the ViewBot. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it was objectively. But looking at that stream, it went way better than my previous 3. I streamed for about 3 hours and 9 minutes. I had a max viewership of 114. I had the ViewBot set to a cool 90 viewers, 635 live viewers. So that means in the category, more people were looking for more smaller creators to look at. I gained 76 followers. Some of them are the ViewBot. Doing the math on the followers from the hourly rate that I had it set to, I had 16 real followers. I had 310 unique viewers that I've never seen or interacted or any of that with my channel anywhere. And I had a bunch of unique chatters, which these interactions lasted me literally hours. We were playing on the Rainbow Six Siege test servers. People were excited to see the new operator, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid. I hope you know who Solid Snake is, because if not, man, have you been living under a rock? Yeah, the chat interactions were great. My duo for this little thing, someone I knew I could bounce energy off of, which I would highly recommend, is where you have a game and you have a lot of chemistry and you can bounce it off of each other if it's a multiplayer game. And so that's what we did the whole time.
Tyler, I know you saw that. Let me me get like a unfollow on this guy or something.
My viewers were interacting with him. My viewers were interacting with me. It was a really good overall experience. We had a great time. But this is the foothold that I want to grab onto. This is it right here. And then I had another interaction. I just got hit with the rate my name from Money Sex God 420. You know what, man? It's a fire name.
I mean, how does it get better than that?
And I had a bunch more interactions. Absolutely. High guard. Oh my god. W poll chat. High guard. That's a perfect game. That's why they're shutting down the servers. Not every chatter was gold. Like this guy. All right. I will no longer be giving the attention to wholesome viewer.
Right-handed.
Oh.
Your right hand's probably, you know.
Why are you answering this? Why are you answering this, bro?
Well, I mean, I gotta help, you know?
So I know why you actually clicked on this video. You want to know definitively, is the view bot worth it? I hate to say it. I didn't utilize it to its fullest extent because I only streamed a couple of times. If I streamed every single day and I got my money's worth, abso-fucking-lutely. The view bot was worth it. Just looking at the data, I had over 1,000 unique viewers. That's crazy to my channel. Unique viewers are significant, because it's not the same people. This is new people. This is exposure. So I streamed for 8 days through the full total of my challenge. And I streamed 3 hours a day, only like 4 times. I'm gonna be honest, the most rewarding streams were my longer ones, where I had reoccurring people come back, new people come back, and all this led up to my really big stream of 143 concurrent viewers. And on that day, I had my view bot set to a cool 90 views. Now, that's almost the same amount of people that are real that are not real. Is this a rarity? Absolutely. This isn't going to be something that'll happen for you every stream. Honestly, I don't want to say getting a view bot's worth it. I don't want to say, oh, ethically, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't get a view bot either. If you're a big streamer watching this and you're like, oh, this is bad for the culture. This is bad for the culture. What's bad for the culture is having to start on a different platform. What's bad for the culture is having to already be famous, man. I don't give a shit. Judge me if you want. I don't care. This is the video. Like, it's not that serious. It's not that deep.